Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to our monthly cookbook collaboration. We get to share this with you each month, and this one is such a fun one to do. We're doing Disney cookbook recipes, so I think you're going to find lots of fun recipes in this one. And it is being hosted by myself and my very sweet friend Ingrid at the Cooking Chronicles with Ingrid. Please be sure to go check her channel out. She has amazing recipes on her channel. Lots of delicious, mouth-watering recipes I know you will want to try. Now, this one is a Tiana's cookbook. It's The Princess and the Frog, and this is my favorite one of my favorite movies of the Disney collection because it's set in New Orleans, and that's, you know, I'm from Louisiana and born in New Orleans, so this is just a fun cookbook to have. It is more of a kids style cookbook, but I love it. It has lots of great pictures in here. I like how it's set up, and for children, you can see, like, before you begin, it gives you instructions about measuring ingredients, how to do that, and just, you know, safety in the kitchen, things like that. So for children, this is such a great book to have, and it shares so many recipes, and I love these. Like I said, the pictures are really vibrant and really pretty, and I like how they have it all set up. You have the breakfast, and then you can see those little froggy toast, you know, for the princess and the frog, and it's just really nicely done. So it's easy to follow, easy ingredients, just a very nice book. So if you're looking for something maybe for children, this is one to try. I am going to make this one. It's pimento cheese bugs. So we're going to make that recipe. And this one is, like you can see, just the different little things that the kids can make. This is like a shrimp dip, you know, shrimp and remoulade sauce. So just a lot of fun recipes in here. And some of them are very simple to where, you know, it doesn't take a lot of time or ingredients to make. But I'm just kind of flipping through just so you can kind of see what's in it. And, you know, like I said, you might have children, grandchildren that you might want to get this for, a niece, nephew, something, you know, to help them start on their cooking journey if they're interested in cooking. I think this is probably a good one to have. And like I said, I just love, you know, like I said, this was set in New Orleans, so that's just, you know, I love movies, any type of movie, whether it's cartoon or regular movie that is set in Louisiana. It's just always fun to watch. You know, if you watch a movie that's where you're from, you know, I know that's fun, you know, to watch. But this one is going to be, I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to do this with one hand, and you can see the little frog cupcakes are cute too to make, and an alligator cake, and that's made with a bundt cake. So that's a fun one, you know, also for children to do. Bread pudding, pralines, and I'm going to make this magic meringue also. So this is kind of like representing Tiana's dress and that. But this one, like I said, just kind of skimming through. This one I'm also going to make, which is and you can see how it has the beverages. It's a Berrylicious Bayou smoothie. And I thought this was perfect to make because I was born on the bayou, so this is one I think I'm going to enjoy to make. And just, I think it's a healthy one. It's also a healthy version, and that's what I like about this as well. You know, you do find some healthy options in here. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you how to make this Berrylicious Bayou smoothie. Also, don't forget the playlist down below of my YouTube friends participating in this collab as well. And you cannot get much simpler than this. This is super, super easy. So this is a great one for kids to make as well. You need a 1/4 cup of blueberries washed, a 1/2 cup of non-fat yogurt, a 1/2 cup of orange juice, and then 1 banana frozen. And it's best if you can slice it up ahead of time before you freeze it, so that way it's just easier to blend in the blender. And that is exactly what we're going to do right now. So the first thing you do is just put your blueberries, then add the banana, add the yogurt, and then you're going to add the orange juice. Put the lid on and then puree this on the puree mode until everything is fully blended. And then just pour it into a glass or a cup, and then you have a delicious Berrylicious Bayou smoothie. This is definitely one I think children and adults would like. It is very good, and like I said, parents would enjoy this because it does not have any added sugar, which is really great. So definitely one to give a try. And this is the pimento cheese bugs recipe. This is one I think kids would really enjoy making, and this is a fun one I enjoyed making. So celery sticks stuffed with homemade pimento cheese are the base of these cute snacks made with the likeness of Ray and his firefly family. And it's doubled, so it has extra cheese that you can have with crackers and veggies. And as Ray might say, c'est bon. So we're going to go ahead and make this in the likeness of Ray from the movie The Princess and the Frog.
My name Raymond, but if I call me Ray.
And this is super easy, and it is a cute little recipe. I think kids would really enjoy this one. And I'm only making 5 of these for the bugs, but I'm going to keep the recipe as is for 12. So you need 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and I'm using sharp cheddar cheese for this. And I shredded it myself, so I just took a block and shredded that up. You need a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and plus 2 tablespoons of it. Also a 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of fire roasted bell peppers, and I just chopped those up. Also a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 ounces of cream cheese. And then for the bug, to put all of this together, you're going to need some of those little cherry tomatoes or plum tomatoes, I think they are. And I have the yellow ones. So you can do this with any color that you want. But we're mimicking, like I said, Ray. You also need the olives for however many you're going to make for the face, and then chives for the antennas. So make sure you have 2 per each bug. And then you need some white cheese. I'm just using cheese slices that I had. And you just, cut out an oval, and then you're going to cut it in half to make the wings. Some black olives for the eyes, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Super, super easy, and you don't need many olives for that at all. So it's just, you take the olive and cut it in half, and then I'll show you how to cut those out. And then you need, however many bugs you're making, you need at least 2 to 3 inches of celery sticks. And that is it for this. So this one, like I said, really easy. So you want to put this in a bowl that you can mix with your mixer, but you're going to add your cheese, and then the next step would be to add the mayonnaise. So I'm adding that 1/4 cup, but I'm also adding, the 2 tablespoons, the softened cream cheese, the red bell peppers, finely chopped, then add salt and pepper. And then mix this up with your mixer, and this is what you'll get, a nice smooth consistency. So I'm just showing you just take for the, the wings, just to make that oval and cut it in half. Now, just spread on some of the pimento cheese onto the celery stick, and I fill it to the top, just get it as much as you can. And then I also cut the bottom off a little bit, so that way it has more of a flat surface for it to sit on the plate instead of it wobbling around. Now I wanted to show you for the face, you want to do that part to the front, so the pimento part would be to the back. Now I just used a toothpick and put some holes and just put the chives in, and that will be the bug's antennas. Super easy. And then I took a little bit of the pimento cheese where it had kind of like the mayonnaise and stuff on it, and just used that for the glue to put the eyes on. As you can see, you just stick them on. And that did hold, so, it worked out great for that. Then you're going to put the head of the bug onto the pimento cheese, and then take one of the tomatoes and then just put that on the back of it. Just make it for the body. And then once you have that on there, you're going to take the cheese and just put, one on one side and one on the other. And that will be the wings for your little pimento cheese bug. And these, like I said, are so simple and easy to make. And I really do think kids would enjoy this, as you can see. How cute is that? So, really did enjoy making these. And so simple. Now, I wanted to show you how to make the eyes first. So, all you need to do is take your straw and take one of the olives. And you just press the straw into the olive the best that you can. My straw was not the best quality, but it worked. So once you get it in there and it gets cut out, you will see right there, you just pop it out, squeeze it, pop it out. And then if you have to, on the back side of it, you can cut a little bit of it off so that way it sits flat onto the olive when you put it on. But that's it. Super easy. And you just make double for however many you're going to make. And look how cute these are on a plate. And then you can just take the rest of your pimento cheese, whatever you have left, and put that on some crackers. But as you can see, I think it came out pretty much as it did in the book. So simple and easy, directions to follow. I think Ray would approve. So I hope that this one is one you will try as well. And you could also use pre-made pimento cheese if you like. I just chose to do it from scratch because it was in the cookbook, and that's what we're doing. So I wanted to make sure I followed the recipe in the cookbook for this. So this next one is another super easy one. This is magic meringues, and as I mentioned earlier, this is to represent Tiana's dress. So it's a super easy one to make. So if you've never made meringue before, definitely try this one. So for this, you will need very simple ingredients. And the first thing are some sprinkles. So those sprinkles will be, you want something close to the color that you're using. 2 egg whites. You'll need 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of some cream of tartar, 1/8 teaspoon of some almond extract, some food coloring, green, preferable. And like I said, I have the green sprinkles, so that's what I'm going to use for this. That's the closest I could get to what this, recipe called for. And some gold, just like sugar sprinkles as well. So I tried to get it kind of as much as I could to the picture, and I think I did sort of okay with that. But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to whip up your egg whites until it becomes frothy. As soon as it gets to a frothy texture there, add your cream of tartar and make sure to get it into the egg white. Continue to mix and then start adding the 1/8 teaspoon of almond extract. And then you will gradually add the sugar. So add a tablespoon at a time. Pause in between adding it so that way you can see as it thickens up. But don't add it all at one time. Just a little bit at a time. So once your sugar is all gone, then all you have to do is dye the meringue. Then I add a little bit of the food coloring onto the meringue that's on the whisk, and then you just whisk this up until you get the desired color that you're going for. So I kind of went with sort of a mint green that was closest to what was in the book. Then I'm going to take and put that meringue into a pastry bag and just get as much as you can in there. And then on a cookie sheet that's lined with some parchment paper, about 2 inches away, you want to put your meringues. Now, I think I had the wrong tip for this, so mine kind of ended up looking like Christmas trees, which isn't too bad because then that's a happy mistake for Christmas. I can make these at Christmas and they just may look like Christmas trees. But once you have those, you put the sprinkles on, then you're going to put this in a preheated oven on 200 degrees for 2 hours. After 2 hours, turn it off, let it sit for 2 hours. Do not open the oven and let them cool in there. So make sure to do that, otherwise they will crack. So you don't want, to open that oven up at all. So it's a 4-hour process once you get to, after this, which isn't bad. So as you can see, they kind of, like I said, look a little like trees. Wrong tip, but that I used. But that's a happy mistake for Christmas. So I'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. And this is what they look like when they come out of the oven after 4 hours. And look at that. That one I think looks like it's supposed to be on the top, the very top, not the bottom. So I have a feeling I ended up, probably used the right tip. I just piped it wrong. But I wanted to cut it and just show what the inside looks like. So you have that crumble. These are light as can be. Light as a feather, like airy, and really, really delicious. So if you've ever wanted to make meringues, this is definitely one to make. They are really good. And I think you can take and make a different flavor if you want. So if you don't want to put the almond, you can probably put strawberry, do red ones, different flavors like that. Lemon would be good as well. So play around with this one. I think you would enjoy it. Please don't forget to check Ingrid's channel out, and don't forget to check that playlist of my YouTube friends making some delicious recipes for you in this one. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. I hope everyone has a blessed day and a great week. God bless y'all.